What makes Taylor Swift one of the most fascinating, talked about, and unstoppable forces in music history? It's not just the stadium tours, the record-breaking albums, or the screaming crowds chanting every lyric. It's the stories, the whispers, the secrets behind the songs, the viral moments that explode online and keep the world guessing about who Taylor really is. From coded messages in her lyrics to jaw-dropping moments at award shows, Taylor has mastered the art of making her life a living puzzle, one that fans can't resist trying to solve. She's not just a singer, she's a storyteller, a mastermind, and in many ways, a magician. And tonight, we're opening the viral Taylor Swift files. This isn't just about music. It's about the drama, the triumphs, the heartbreaks, and the hidden truths that have made Taylor the cultural phenomenon she is today. The country girl who outsmarted Nashville. Before she was the global superstar we know, Taylor Swift was a small-town girl from Pennsylvania with a guitar and a dream. Nashville didn't roll out the red carpet for her at first. She was rejected again and again by record labels who didn't see her potential. But instead of giving up, Taylor doubled down. At just 14 years old, she convinced her parents to move to Tennessee, planting herself right where the country music industry thrived. With her spiral notebooks full of lyrics and a determination beyond her years, she went door to door, handing out demos. Most slammed doors in her face, but Taylor kept knocking. Her big break came when Big Machine Records took a chance on her. And from there, the country girl with curly hair and cowboy boots started building a fan base that would one day become an army. The songwriting superpower. One thing that separates Taylor Swift from almost every other artist? She writes her own songs, and she writes them like diary entries set to music. From heartbreak to triumph, she turns her personal experiences into stories millions can connect with. Take Teardrops on My Guitar, inspired by a high school crush who never knew she liked him. Or All Too Well, which fans believe paints a hauntingly detailed picture of a Hollywood breakup. Taylor's lyrics are so raw, so specific, that listeners can't help but see themselves in them. But here's the real magic. Taylor doesn't just tell her story. She makes you feel like it's your story too. That's why her fans aren't just fans. They're part of her narrative. The Kanye West VMA moment. September 13th, 2009. The MTV Video Music Awards. Taylor Swift had just won Best Female Video for You Belong With Me. She walked up on stage, stunned and smiling, ready to thank her fans. And then it happened. Kanye West stormed the stage, grabbed the mic, and declared Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time. That shocking moment froze in pop culture history. Taylor stood there speechless, humiliated in front of millions. It was supposed to be her shining moment, but it became one of the most infamous interruptions ever. The backlash against Kanye was immediate, but for Taylor, it was more complicated. She became a symbol of innocence, a victim of industry cruelty, and it shaped how the world saw her. Reputation and the snake era. Fast forward to 2016. Taylor Swift's carefully built reputation crumbled overnight. Social media branded her a snake after a public feud with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Hashtags like #TaylorSwiftIsOverParty trended worldwide. For the first time, Taylor was not America's sweetheart. She was the villain. Most stars would have gone quiet. Taylor disappeared, wiping her social media clean. But when she came back swinging. Her 2017 album Reputation embraced the snake imagery that was meant to destroy her. Instead of denying the criticism, she wore it like armor. Tracks like Look What You Made Me Do and This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things weren't just songs, they were battle cries. And fans loved it. What was supposed to end her career became one of her most powerful reinventions. Taylor turned the hate into art, and in the process, redefined what it meant to control your own narrative. The power of the Swifties. Taylor Swift doesn't just have fans.
She has an army.
The Swifties are one of the most dedicated, organized, and passionate fan bases in the world. And they've proven time and time again just how powerful they can be. When critics bash Taylor, Swifties flood social media with defenses. When tickets for her era's tour went on sale, demand literally broke Ticketmaster. Entire cities lit up as fans traded friendship bracelets, dressed in iconic Taylor outfits, and sang until their voices gave out. But here's the secret. Taylor didn't just stumble into this loyalty. She built it. She interacts with fans online, leaves hidden clues for them to discover, and makes them feel like they're part of her world. She's turned listening into an experience, and fans reward her with unshakable devotion. The result? Swifties aren't just fans. They're a movement. They're a marketing force so powerful, entire brands and politicians try to tap into their energy. The Masters controversy. In 2019, Taylor Swift dropped a bombshell. She didn't own the masters of her first 6 albums. The rights had been sold to music executive Scooter Braun, someone Taylor claimed had bullied her in the past. Fans were outraged. How could one of the biggest artists in the world not own her own work? But instead of accepting defeat, Taylor turned the controversy into a revolution. She announced she would re-record all her old albums, reclaiming ownership and releasing them as Taylor's version. It was a bold move. Some said it wouldn't work, but fans proved otherwise. Each re-recorded release shot to the top of the charts, outperforming even the originals. Suddenly, songs from a decade ago felt brand new again. The Eras Tour phenomenon. When Taylor announced the Eras Tour, no one could have predicted the cultural explosion it would become. Stadiums sold out in minutes. Ticketmaster's systems crashed. Entire airlines and cities reported boosts in their economies, thanks to traveling fans. But it wasn't just a concert. It was an experience. Taylor crafted a show that celebrated every era of her career, from the country roots of Fearless to the glittering pop of 1989 and the introspective poetry of Folklore. Each performance was like stepping into a different world, complete with costumes, set designs, and surprises. Fans didn't just attend. They dressed in outfits inspired by their favorite eras, traded friendship bracelets, and made the concerts a global event. Every show trended on social media. Every setlist change sparked speculation. Taylor, the businesswoman. Behind the lyrics, behind the stage lights, Taylor Swift is also one of the savviest business minds in entertainment. She's not just an artist. She's a brand, and she knows exactly how to manage it. From negotiating groundbreaking record deals to masterminding the rollout of her re-recordings, Taylor has proven time and again that she understands the business side of music better than most executives. She's selective about partnerships, turning down huge offers if they don't align with her values. When she says no, it often makes bigger waves than when she says yes. And then there's her strategy with surprise album drops, Folklore and Evermore, proving she doesn't need months of hype to dominate the charts. She rewrote the rules of album releases overnight. Love, breakups, and viral moments. For better or worse, Taylor's love life has always been under a microscope. From her highly publicized romances with stars like Harry Styles, Tom Hiddleston, and Joe Alwyn, to the countless songs inspired by heartbreak, the world seems obsessed with who Taylor is dating. But here's what most people miss. Taylor has turned her relationships into part of her art. Each breakup becomes an album. Each romance leaves breadcrumbs for fans to follow in her lyrics. It's like she's turning her personal life into a living, breathing novel. Some critics call it oversharing. Fans call it genius. Because every viral headline about her love life just fuels more interest in her music. When Taylor drops a heartbreak anthem, fans immediately start decoding. Who's this about? What's the hidden story? The legacy of Taylor Swift. At just 34 years old, Taylor Swift has already achieved more than most artists could dream of in a lifetime. She's won Grammys, broken records, and sold out stadiums. But her legacy isn't just about numbers. It's about impact. She's shown young artists that writing your truth matters. She's fought for ownership in an industry that often exploits musicians. She's built a fan base that feels more like a family than a following. And she's proven that reinvention isn't weakness, it's power. From country darling to global pop icon to indie folk storyteller, Taylor has worn many hats. But through it all, one thing remains the same: her ability to connect. To make millions of people feel like she's singing directly to them.